Howdy. Today, I'd like to address something that's come up in my life and I thought I'd share. Veganism, or vegans for lunch. So, while I have been a vegan for a year, I did the vegan thing for about a year. I got a lot of tremendous benefits, and I'm all for it. I've experienced the many benefits, and I do suggest that to some friends and clients, depending on what's going on for their body. But the thing is, what I've noticed is there's a lot of, so-called angry vegans around. And, you put the thinking cap on and we have a look and say, why is this? Of course, by having a clean diet, and ideally an organic one, it does lend the body more energy to clean itself with. And that of course means that the liver is doing a lot more work, and it is available to do that just with the extra energy that has been provided by a clean diet. And that's wonderful. This seems to be a stage of a person's development, at least it was in my experience. And so my suggestion, keep going with the vegan diet. It's wonderful. It has so many environmental benefits, and there's a list. But how about we focus on the liver and clean the liver and the digestion to make that process faster? And naturally, our liver stores so much. There's stored emotions there that they're not fun ones. They're low vibrational ones. So the faster we can get through this process, the better. And what I've noticed is a lot of people will get this dogmatic approach. Like, you can only eat vegan. And I'm like, whoa, hang on. That sounds like a very much a socially controlled, conscious mind driven, small, narrow-minded approach. And I'm not a fan at all of that sort of thing. It's always, in my opinion, more loving awesomeness and a wider perspective to give you more options of what you need in that particular moment in time. So what I've also noticed is that dogmatic it's a base chakra thing. It stems from insecurity. So how about we accept people for where they're at, and sure, plant seeds, offer advice, and those sorts of things. What I have noticed as well is that, by eating low quality red meat is generally happens to, you look around in society and let's just say it's in the low socioeconomic areas where people are generally emotionally quite brought. That's one way to put it. So they're vibrationally attracted to a particular food source, or that has its own vibration, that is fulfilling that particular need. So, it obviously blocks up the intestines and the colon. So that allows emotionally those people to feel that little bit more safe and secure. And, we can help people through this without judging and criticizing it, because, of course, by judging, and so many people do it, by judging somebody's diet choices, you're essentially judging themselves. Because remember, we are what we eat, and a lot of people can emotionally take that as you criticizing them. I know I've done that myself. I have to consciously keep it in check. And I'm trying to be as heart-driven as possible and accept where they're at, and then just say, hey, have you thought about this, because this will help you in this part of your life or part of your body. And when I look at it from an Ayurvedic and a traditional Chinese medicine point of view, they are generally plant-based, because, hey, plants have consciousness and we take those consciousness into our body. But yet they're still open to, a little bit of meat here and there. So if that is right for that person at that particular time, they need those minerals to take into, say, we'll take, for instance, the liver, organ meats from a particular animal, and they have a certain vibration that can help our particular liver. So if we're stuck in that conscious mind, vegan, dogmatic approach, then we miss out on the possibility of healing ourselves with those particular vitamins and minerals that we need for our ascension at that particular time in the present moment. And it doesn't seem like the greatest approach to me. So what I've also noticed is so many things. Like, let's carry on with the judgmental thing. It drops our energy field, and it drops it like that. You know, our aura or our biomagnetic energy field drops. So by placing our perceptions on somebody else in, you know, not in a less than positive light, then naturally, here's a rainbow lorikeet. It is, we're harming ourselves, but we're harming the other person as well. So what I suggested, if you'd like, I'm doing a liver cleanse on the weekend. I've done 13 already. I found it tremendous for helping me get through a lot of my stored emotion and a lot of anger. Often in the liver there's abandonment, childhood issues, and that's coming out by projecting and onto other people. It's not going to help us. So thanks for joining me and the Rainbow Lorikeets here. I've got my delicious raw vegan picnic here that I'll be enjoying. And what I also like to leave you with is, if we are going to put labels on our diets and our dietary choices, then my favourite is an intuitarian. So that essentially means to me is that I intuitively know what my body needs at any particular moment. And because, and that doesn't mean that, you know, oh, I feel like an ice cream or I feel like a McDonald's burger. Not at all. That's very, it's a very sacral chakra desire-based choice. And instead, if you can ask your highest good, what does my body need right now? And you'll know if it's correct or not. Then, and that has, I've got there by fasting, purification, enemas, colon cleansing, a lot of, you know, internal work to clear out my body so that my solar plexus can now receive those messages quickly, comfortably, and easy, and then we can action them without those confusions and the doubts and all of this dogmatic and emotion-charged approach on our dietary choices. So feel free to take that on board, like, subscribe and share, and hopefully you get something out of it. And yeah, please enlighten me with your approaches, as long as they are heart-driven and accepting. Thank you very much.